Hello and welcome everyone to No Pun Included Dungeons and Dragon Deep Water Heist something. I totally messed up the name, but it's fine. You know what's happening? It's D&D. It's sweet D&D.
D and D, both of them.
It's the sweetest game
Both
in the
these.
world, and thankfully we have the sweetest guests of all. The Tunnux Caramel Wafer.
Is that me?
Yes.
I am Elaine. I play Marché d'Ocume.
The giant bag of Skittles.
I'm Emma, and I play Gina, and I love Skittles.
Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
That can't be me. I hate peanut butter so much. Oh my god. I'm Paul. I play Aris the Rogue, and he has a slightly murky past, and he probably likes peanut butter.
And finally, it's Hershey's Chocolate Bar.
That would be me. I'm Ross.
Swap. We can swap.
And I don't want to. And I like yours because yours was kind of like an introspective one. When you were like, what? What does this mean? I hate the peanut butter cup.
I do.
But that's me? What? I play Rogan Morbash.
Yeah. Actually, talking of your characters, before we begin today, I'd like to have a little bit more of an introduction of who your characters are, so those people who are watching for the first time would know what it's all about. Elaine, would you tell us a little bit more about Marché?
Marché is an artificer and isn't necessarily the most trustworthy character in the world.
No, that's true.
No.
Yeah.
That's Marché in a nutshell, really.
That's pretty much. And he's also an alchemist, isn't he?
He's
he brews
also an
potions
alchemist,
of
yes.
dubious nature.
Yes.
Feat reduction.
What did I say? I said artificer.
Which is
yeah,
correct.
Okay,
it's,
no, that's
it's your
fine. Yeah, no, that's
official
fine.
character class, but
I thought I
the
said
subclass is
something
alchemist.
silly.
Gina, or Emma, or Gina.
Well, both.
Both.
So Gina Giggles Good Barrel is not always giggly, have we noticed? I am a halfling bard, and I play pirate shanties whenever I can. But I also don't really like noble or people that are like, hey, look at my title, because we've experienced that go horribly wrong in some of the adventures lately. I don't care about your status, so good luck.
Gina likes to be of a strong mind, and I think she tells everyone how she feels, which is one of the things.
It's never got the party into trouble.
Yeah,
never.
It's one of the things I really like about her character. Paul, why don't you tell us more about Aris?
He's a lovely boy. He's great. He's from He's from Baldur's Gate, which is a nice town that he had to leave for some reasons, and he's left his past behind, and it definitely hasn't come after him. And there isn't anything in there that he's concerned about. He's having a great time in Waterdeep because it's an interesting city, and not just because it's a place where a person could hopefully lose themselves and not get into any further trouble. I think he's fundamentally a good person and quite nervous, and he generally uses his roguey skills for productive, proactive things, I think. I feel that's fair. He hasn't gone down too dark a path.
I feel that's a pretty good summary. You also have a blast from the past by the name of Merrick, who you've been running into in Waterdeep.
Look, I don't think we have to mention
Your bestie.
The whole point of the past is that it's behind, really. Right?
Right. Sure. Yeah. That's how that works.
But we could bring it into the forefront.
Yeah, it never comes back to the past, does it?
Nobody needs that, really.
What if you look in a mirror at the past?
What?
Is that like a speed of light thing?
This is just a mental puzzle for you all to work on during the stream.
Okay.
Just Ross's big thoughts. People in the chat, just think about it. What if you look at the past in the mirror behind you? What then?
Thank you, Ross.
Like that Christopher Nolan film.
Yeah, that's his next one.
Cool.
Philosophy, maybe not your big strong suit, but your big strong suit is Rogan Morbash. Why don't you tell us more about him?
Sure. So Rogan Morbash is a half-orc fighter that comes from noble stock, arriving in Waterdeep from the Cold Lands with a lot to prove. The idea was that he was going to bring his family name, and everyone would be amazed by him almost immediately. And he was throwing money around left, right, and center, trying to kind of secure his status that way, and acting bigger than he was and more important than he was. It's come to light that he actually doesn't have any money, in fact, owes a lot of money, but he's used the money that he's borrowed to purchase Morbash Manor, which is like our like collective residence. And he is his character's kind of shifted from fake bluster and blunder to a little bit more concerted, trying to do things in a more appropriate and right way. But he's still an out-of-towner that's prone to get things wrong.
And with that, I'd like to mention that we had a donation from Mark Taylor, who's a returning donor. Thank you so very much for supporting the show. All the donations go directly to our cast. If you'd like to donate as well, you can do that via the link down in this description, whether you're watching on Twitch or on YouTube. And finally, the only thing that's left to do for us before we begin the adventure is previously on Waterdeep.
Can I add
Dragon
something
Heist.
to my character very quickly that I didn't mention? Because everyone went much further than
All
I
right,
did.
go on.
I just wanted to say that Marche may have an issue with feet and with shoes.
That's true.
That's
Even with sewer sandals?
indeed, yeah, like sewer sandals, or making feet too big or too small. That might have been a thing. Everyone's like owning up to their past.
I mean, mine's like all of my wealth is a lie, and you're like, I don't really like feet.
Well, levels, right, of honesty.
That's true.
Anyway, sorry, Efka.
That's fine. No, please.
Please.
I think the more people know about your characters, the more interesting that is.
Yes, we all have our little past
I would
peccadillos.
like to add one additional thing. It's not about Rogan, but it's about Marche likes to scoop up like weird gloops and things along those lines. Like if we come into contact with weird like creatures and stuff, there's a propensity to put it in a little vial or flask and tuck it away. So we've kind of coined the phrase "scoop scoop," which is kind
This
of
is true.
when Marche
That's
collects the weird stuff.
And
Scoop is definitely a Marche thing. Yeah.
and
Scoop scoop.
I also maybe want to add that I don't think we've heard enough music from Gina, as she is Waterdeep's best lutist.
That's
Number
true.
one.
So I would like to hear more of the musics.
Wow, challenge issued. Okay. Previously on Waterdeep Dragon Heist, the companions are on a hunt for the culprit of the explosion, bam, 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 in Trollskull Alley. A fireball blast that rocked the neighborhood and caused 11 fatalities right next to their brand new tavern, Morbash Manor, named after Rogan. After
What?
investigating...
I didn't know that. I thought it was just a name that came out the sky.
It was a
What?
pure coincidence.
Nobody told me this.
Nobody? Oh,
When we
no.
chose the name Morbash Manor, that was just the first name Rogan came up with. It was nothing to do with his family name. He just picked a name out of the top of his head. That was
Just
the first
opened the
one.
phone book and was like, hey.
All right, after investigating this... Well, I'm just going to move on. After investigating
It's
the scene
best.
of the crime, they discovered two suspicious individuals involved. One survivor who fled, and the likely culprit, a puppet-like figure on a rooftop that flung a bead from a necklace of fireballs, which Gina later found. Trollskull Alley was quickly locked down by the City Watch, and a pair of investigators, Seth Cromley and Barnabas Blastwind, questioned the companions. Barnabas later revealed that he deduced that the survivor was chasing another victim with a couple of thugs, the victim being a gnome that seemed to be headed directly to Morbash Manor.
Wow.
A gnome that you so far know nothing about, who they are.
Gnome nothing about.
Very
Thank you.
good.
Thank you.
This is the no pun included.
No
deletion.
pun included.
Sorry, Ross.
No pun.
Maybe you do this sort of thing on More Games, Please. More puns, please. I don't know, but
Thank you, Elaine. Armed with these revelations, the characters decided to visit Vajra Safar, the High Wizard of Waterdeep, Blackstaff, to seek further help and also inquire about a job she had for them. And this is where we will begin tonight.
So are we currently in Blackstaff, the location of Vajra Safar?
So
or have we arrived?
currently, you are facing a new day. You've all rested, so if you expended any spell slots during the previous day, which I don't think you have, but just in case you had,
To
You-
do anything.
You did a lot of investigating and some successful
Yep.
investigating.
That's true.
I would say that Gina's crit revealed a lot of information that you wouldn't have just found out just like that. So
No,
we also-
and we did like a lot of discussing about how to
Yeah.
handle things, and that
that's true.
We had a
that's
very
true.
in-depth discussion about passing on a note,
yes.
That's
which
true.
ended up the whole day went by and they just came round.
Sometimes these things just happen. But yeah,
worked out.
it's the next day, so you can take a long rest if you want to. And it's the next morning, and it's the first official day when Morbash Manor is open as a tavern, right?
Wow.
There's-
The time
Yeah.
in this, like, it's just mind blowing. Like, we've done so much.
I
in,
know,
like one day.
So the tavern is open. There's a few people who had breakfast and stuff like that. There's people coming round, but not much. Some faces you don't recognize. Some of the locals that you've seen. Tally's here eating a sausage of some dubious nature. You didn't even know you had sausages,
Oh,
but this sausage, and like the staff are just like, "Hey, everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Just
We're not running like a bring your own sausage tavern. That's not the kind of establishment we
That's
run.
not. That's never a thing that's really taken off. I think there were concerns.
We should charge like a corking fee for the sausage fee. If you bring your own.
I mean, there's
A
all the
banger
potential
fee.
to sort that out later.
A banger fee, yeah.
But right now you have a meeting with Blackstaff that you need to attend to, so
Yes.
the tavern will have to wait.
the
you know,
sausages will have to be put on hold.
Yeah. Dal,
shame.
one of the four Bonnie's brothers, just says, "Don't worry about it. We've got it covered. You go do your thing. We'll sort it out.
Got it.
It's not an issue." Yeah.
They were
So-
good hires.
They were, yeah. They seem to be on top of things, all very different personalities that we've encountered many times and discussed their names and remember all of them. Anyway,
Yeah.
so
They're just brothers.
they just
Does
Like,
anyone,
they're just called
does
the
anyone
brothers.
want to get anything before we head off on this merry adventure? Is there any supplies or anything anyone wants? Because didn't we have a discussion, maybe Elaine, about you going to the the herb place to pick up some supplies?
yeah.
Whatever it is, the place with the greenhouse on top.
Well, Fowler's shop is actually closed because
Yeah, it's
their
early, or no?
their
Glass exploded.
yeah, the glass exploded. So right now they're doing some renovations and Fowler's shop isn't open.
Maybe we should just take some like food with us.
Snacks.
Snack, yeah,
Snacks.
yeah.
All the snacks. Sausages?
Well,
I mean,
there aren't any
sure.
sausages, burgers.
Oh, what?
Burgers are fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because someone in your tavern is eating a sausage, it doesn't mean that
Is
you
there-
have sausage.
Is there bread?
There is bread.
Okay,
yeah,
let's
there's
take
bread.
some bread.
There's bread,
That's-
and there's obviously pints and pints and pints of the Eluskan Illuminator.
Yeah, but we can't take that with us.
Well, no.
Can we?
It's the
Oh, we have a
morning, we shouldn't
water
take-
skin.
Yeah.
Booze. Just take booze with us for the morning.
But we don't know how
mean-
long we're going to be out. You take a brolly, right? Even if it's sunny out, because it could rain. So
Do you?
yeah.
Do you take a brolly even
You
when
might
it's sunny?
do. You might do, depending upon where you live and what the weather's like.
Do you
and
even
what
live
the
in
patterns.
England, Ross?
Look, as
I mean,
a
it
dungeon
doesn't-
master, my job is to adjudicate the game, but I'm not going to judge you if you take alcohol with you. That's up to
Okay.
you.
Cool.
To answer Elaine's direct question, if I even live in England, well, I live inside my house. It doesn't matter where it is in the world. I live in the kingdom of Ross, is where I live.
More Ross, please.
I mean, it's Amy's house, so I call it the kingdom of Ross, but she owns
Connell Manor.
it. Okay, we're going some places, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Um,
as soon as you leave the trade ward, you and reach Castle Ward, where Blackstaff Tower is, you realize you forgot something, but not as in I forgot to take something with me,
Silly.
as in oh crap, we forgot what day it is. It's Dragon Down. Of course, it's Dragon
Of
Down.
course.
The yearly,
yeah, sure.
the yearly Waterdeep festival that celebrates the banishment of dragons from Waterdeep. So you might not know this as players, but you will know this as player characters, even if you
Out of
spend
towner. Rogan
even
doesn't
if you
know
spend
this.
a little time, I mean, it's possible that you decide whether you know or don't know this
Don't know.
information. But if you don't know, the others in the party quickly fill you in. So, dragons can't enter Waterdeep. There is a spell surrounding the entire city,
Wow.
right? Just up to the outskirts, where basically no dragon can ever enter Waterdeep.
Can
And
Dragonborn enter Waterdeep?
yes,
Yes,
That's exactly what I wanted to ask.
Oh, sorry, Emma.
yeah.
Good one. No,
Sorry.
Didn't we?
we're in the same
Didn't we
brain.
meet a dragonborn on the
Yeah,
street?
yeah,
fighting
you have a
worms?
neighbor.
Yeah, we did.
You have a neighbor
Yeah.
dragonborn. Yep.
Oh,
So-
okay, yeah.
So, but yeah, dragons are not permitted in Waterdeep, and as part of celebrating this day, people of Waterdeep, Waterdavians, they throw down this festival with many market stalls and like there's a fair. And there's people all over the city walking down the streets, and there's even a parade. And during that parade, they carry a giant effigy of a dragon built out of straw and wood and stuff like that. And eventually, they take it down
Like a guy.
to the castle ward and then burn it. Because that's
Does
banishment
that
of
have-
dragons.
Anything to do with the Day of Wonders parade where the automatrons?
No, it's an entirely unrelated holiday.
Good question,
Yeah.
though.
But that is also a Day of Wonders is also a festival in Waterdeep, and that's where you think the automaton possibly might have been from, right? Who
Yeah.
knows? So that's happening, and it's nice, and it's busy, and it's a bright summer day. It's quite warm, and there's lots of people, and you see the giant effigy being carried as you pass towards Blackstaff Tower. But it's the event sort of just passes you by because you're busy, and whilst it's a little bit uncomfortable mingling through the crowds, you eventually get to where you need to be.
I guess I trust that Gina kept all of our purses safe with all the money, like walking through a crowd of people.
Yeah, of
Good.
course. I had some money.
Good. It's more
You want
than
to know the
Rogan
exact
has.
amount? 14 dragons, 82 shards, and 183 nibs.
That's a decent sized petty cash purse.
All right, and if you just take off Rogan's 1,600 dragons worth of debt, we've got not a lot of
That
money
feels
left.
like a separate issue.
It's your debt, not mine.
Can we buy like stuff in the market?
You can maybe after because
Okay.
right now you're a little late. But
Oh, are
afterwards,
we? Okay.
there's all the
Okay.
potential, right?
Okay.
So just to clarify as well for those who are new and watching, dragons are gold pieces, shards are silver pieces, and nibs are copper pieces. Just the local currency of Waterdeep. Vajra is buried under piles and piles and mountains of paperwork. There's just her office is just surrounded with clutter and
Oh, wow.
and claptrap.
Poor Vajra.
It's clearly a very, very busy day for the High Wizard of Waterdeep. And she's quite glad to see you because as soon as she sees you, she says, "Good, you're here. Oh, I was hoping you would show up sooner. Listen, this Dragon Down thing is entirely getting out of control, and I really need your help."
Wait, hold on. What do you mean this Dragon Down thing?
Well, so there might be. Here's the problem. There might be. So very, very quiet. Okay, just, there might be a dragon that settled itself. Just down in the harbor,
Oh.
and I need you to go take care of it.
Hold on.
Dragon?
Hold on.
Holding on.
Take care of there's a number of solve the problem, kill the dragon,
Oh,
or literally take care of it,
Are
put
we
it into a
Are we adopting a dragon?
yeah.
No, I suspect
be
the dragon
lovely.
will not want to be adopted by such noble adventurers as yourselves. She says that with a smirk. But no, so Deepwater Harbor is just out on the outskirts of the city, so it's not protected by the spell. So I suspect that this dragon is entirely harmless.
Of course. Of
But-
course.
What leads you to suspect it's harmless?
Well, it's a bronze dragon, so it's not like one of the chromatic ones, so it's not going to be evil, or hopefully it's not evil. I don't know. That's why I need you to go and find out. I need you to go to Deepwater Harbor. It might be a bit of a swim, if I'm honest. But here, I've prepared some potions. So she takes out a drawer, and there's 4 potions in the drawer. These are for breathing underwater. Just apply one before going into the water, and you'll be totally fine. And go talk to the dragon. Find out what it wants, if it needs anything, or is it a problem? Do we need to send the city watch in?
Is it under the water?
Oh no, it's swimming in the water. It's settled itself around a wreckage somewhere. We don't know. There's been sightings of it. So you're gonna need to go find it, and you might start drowning or something. So, but you better,
Do you not have a boat?
Yeah,
we could borrow.
that seems normal for crossing bodies of water.
That's the problem. You see, Deepwater Harbor is full of wreckage and all kinds of debris. A boat is actually strangely less safe than just swimming.
But aren't there other things in the water that might get us?
I mean, sure, but hopefully you are capable of taking care of that.
Seals.
How big is the dragon?
Well, it's not very big. It's a young dragon, so yeah.
A little dragon. Maybe we can have it as a pet.
Maybe it's a pet. We can train it.
Sit.
Entertainment.
Sit. No, don't breathe fire. Sit.
Just out of curiosity, what would the reward be for dealing with this dragon?
Good question.
Well, obviously advancement in Force Grey. That's a common reward for such tasks, and it'll lead you on to better work for the city, bettering the city, helping out the city. Various services. Also, if there's anything you need my help with, I'll happily help you out.
Well,
Ooh.
Are you coming
now
with
you come
us?
to mention it,
Oh no, I'm far too busy. I can't actually go anywhere with you.
we have had a bit of a situation. Gina, you investigated the explosion. What was it you discovered there?
Oh, are we talking about the explosion now?
Yeah, if Virgil could help us in
That's true.
regards to that.
Yeah, so last night, or was it last morning? Well, yesterday something exploded, and we found out that there
Keep
was
talking. I'm just gonna look through my notes for this thing. You please keep talking.
She's so rude.
She's going through paperwork.
She doesn't care.
We almost got killed.
Yes, I've heard.
Okay, I know I'm not explaining anything to this lady
You
now.
know
If you-
something
if-
about it.
If you'd like us to help you with the dragon, I do think you might want to listen and help us
Oh
in
no,
regards to our situation.
I'm listening. I am listening. I have to multitask. This is very important.
Yes. Yes.
Explosion, fire beats, automatron, and a gnome that was running our way, but someone got attacked, and parties and explosion.
Okay, so gnome. What
explosion.
happened to the gnome?
The gnome died.
The gnome died. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
sadly.
And this automaton. Tell me more about it.
The automatron was the thing that threw the fire beat. At least that's what we
I
expect.
think so.
Okay, automaton. So, a couple of things. First of all, you're quite in luck. I have a friend of mine visiting. Her name is Bosus Brockstone, and she just happens to be a cleric. A very good cleric, and very skilled cleric. She's downstairs, and I'll ask her to go with you and help out.
Super.
What you need to do
With the
is you need to
dragon
visit-
or with the explosion?
Oh no! This is. I said I will help you out. It's with the explosion. So visit the local morgue.
Gina.
wherever this happened. This is in the North Ward, isn't it? So visit the morgue in the North Ward. The cleric can cast Speak with Dead and converse with the corpse. Maybe you can find out what the gnome wanted.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. Good plan.
The second thing, you said an automaton. This sounds a lot like a Nimblewright, and the only place I can think of having a Nimblewright is the House of Inspired Hands, which is a temple in the Sea Ward belonging to Gond, and just maybe that could be a good point of investigation.
So Nimblewright House of Inspired Hands
Yes.
for the automatron.
Yes.
Sounds like we have a plan.
So we have
Yes.
3 plans. Where are we going to
Three
start?
plans.
Well, I think someone's tried to make, someone who was trying to seek us out has been, exploded right next to Morbash Manor. And I don't know about all of you, but I don't really like the idea of explosions going off next to our tavern on a regular basis.
No,
The
but
dragon's
But the dragon
outside-
is
the
also...
dragon's
Yes.
out, magically sealed outside the city limits. So
And
Barja, does the dragon need to be dealt with today, or can we do the speak
I-
with death first?
So the main celebrations of Dragon Down are happening in the evening. I would like the city to be incident and dragon free, if
Dragon
at all
free.
possible.
should
And
take-
even the outskirts of the city could suffer greatly from ships coming in, ships coming
Yes,
out.
yes.
If we had a dragon problem on Dragon Down, that would not look good. So
No.
by the end of the day, please,
Plus-
if pos.
this
not
gnome...
not good for you.
Yes, not good for you. This gnome is not going to get any more dead, is he? So
That's true.
he can wait.
Yeah.
That's true.
There is somewhat of so outside of characters, there's somewhat of a timed, I think, period where you
Right.
can still cast.
Do we have a
Speak with
day,
Dead.
though?
Yeah. You have
Yeah,
some
okay.
time.
So we have time to deal with the dragon first.
Hmm.
Okay.
Or maybe we could go talk to the dead first and see what the dead have got to say, and then decide what we want to do.
I think we need to deal with the dragon, otherwise
Okay.
Barja will be mad, and then we'll have more issues, and then we'll have more explosions.
I just don't know
Yes, maybe.
how long's the dead person going to chat for. I imagine they're probably just like, I got blown up, it was bad, and that would be it.
I got blown up. It was bad.
What does everyone think? What do you think we should do first?
I understand the time relevant issue of a dragon and the PR issue of a dragon
Yes.
on like Dragon Free Day. It makes sense for us to do that first. I'm a little concerned about the idea of deal with, I'm still trying to turn the phrase deal with over in my mind, and I don't know if then ends up turning diplomatically difficult or violent or
Just find out what it wants. Just find out if it's a peaceful dragon or do we need to send in the cavalry.
Perhaps it's just a balloon from the parade that got stuck in the sea.
That is also a possibility,
I would love
Marche.
that.
And if you could find out that for me,
Right.
I would be very grateful.
Good, yes.
Barja, do you have any potions or magical items which we could use on the dragon to sedate him and then bring him further out of the city if he turns out to be evil, so we don't
Yes.
have to kill it?
Good plan.
All I want you to do is find out whether this dragon is a threat. Go talk to it, right?
Okay.
And
That's not as simple as you make it out to be, though.
well, that's why I'm hiring you, and you're capable individuals, and I've already handed you some potions. So
Oh,
Well, okay, fine.
All right. Well, I guess we should.
I mean, Marche, you would also know that potions of water breathing aren't just like any cheap thing. They're quite
Sure,
expensive
yeah,
to make,
okay.
so you've been given
Yeah,
like,
all right.
a thing.
yeah, but she's given us the tools to do the job. She's given us,
Yeah.
she's not really given us anything special.
She gave you a
is she?
cleric.
Oh, well, that's true. Yeah, all right.
Here, have a cleric. Put it in your back pocket.
Okay. Oh, can I just leave a piece of the bread and some of the beer on her desk, on their desk, and just say, I know you're very busy and you might not have time to eat or drink, and perhaps that's why you're a little grouchy, Poos. So here, have some bread and some beer.
She thanks you and
the house.
munches on the bread. She's just quite enthused by it, but she is multitasking still.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
yeah.
It's just to keep in with her a little bit. Shall we go and find this dragon?
Yeah. Are we literally just gonna sort of walk into the sea?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing. So downstairs, you also meet another person. She is interesting looking. She has about 3/4 of her head shaved.
Uh-huh.
The rest of it is a mohawk, but not quite placed on the directly middle, but sort of off to the side. There's also a couple of braids going down. You know,
That's super cool.
it's super
Basically,
cool.
she's a badass.
Way too cool.
She is a badass. She has a heck of a mace that has been colored bronze, and she introduces herself with, "Hi,
Hello.
are we going to a fight?
Who are you?
Yes.
My name's Boses, and Roger told me that you need some help. He told me there's a fight, and we're going to fight. Are we going to fight? When are we going to fight?
Cleric?
Yes."
Do you want to come along on our dragon adventure? Because we were just told you could help us with talking to a dead gnome.
You gonna fight a dragon?
We don't know.
Well, hopefully
Maybe.
not.
Ah,
I think
We
we'd all
didn't sign any
appreciate.
NDAs, right? So
You
we
look-
could tell people we go to.
You look like a very impressive figure. So perhaps having you in our team as we go to the dragon might make us all feel a bit more reassured.
Yes.
yeah, sure, but do you want to arm wrestle? You look like a big tough chap. She runs up to you and starts punching your belly. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh,
Whose
This is
belly? My
Rogan.
belly.
Rogan's belly.
This is a lot.
Rogan is just in shock. Doesn't know what he's never had someone jovially punch his belly before. It's not something that he's experienced in his life. So he just doesn't know what he's like. Okay. He doesn't know what to do about it.
Gina, you know that potion of sedation that you wanted? Maybe it would have been better on this cleric.
I'm sure they're just very enthusiastic, and we could
Yes.
use that.
Yes.
But we don't want to lose them in the fight, and then have nobody to talk to them.
No, yes, perhaps they
We'd
can
love
wait
we'd
for-
love for you to come with us, but we do have to deal with this dragon situation first. If you want to
Okay,
come
let's
along,
go.
Oh,
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
grief! Can you? Could you just a little?
A little what? Are you calling me little because I'm a dwarf?
No, no. I'm telling you, you're very loud, and you need
Is it
to
a
dial
dwarf?
it down a little.
I mean, that's true. Okay, come on, let's go.
Good lord!
Am I upsetting you?
No. You're
Am I? Oh,
Did you want to be?
what? Do you want to fight?
No.
Oh dear. I think what my colleague and companion is saying is that we, at present, we're capacity for our dragon-related outing.
all current party slots are taken.
We have kept your application on file.
No, join along. We could use the extra
it's
power.
confusing.
Excellent. Let's go.
Oh, Aris, I'm sorry.
Are we
All right.
sure? Oh dear.
Oh,
So-
let's just go. Whatever.
Does
Do you like
this,
to sing?
Both
Sorry.
do they know the way where we're going?
She seems to be not familiar with Waterdeep at all. She's actually, what's all this fair business going on?
Where are you from?
fair.
Where am I from? I'm from, it's just up north.
Up north.
Neverwinter.
Further north, actually, in the mountains.
Crikey. Well, that's exciting.
Rams.
Do you like music?
I love a good battle chant.
Oh no.
Do you know any battle chants? Gina?
Let's just go the direction.
Let's just go.
Let's go. Let's go find a
Indeed,
dragon.
Let's go.
Eventually, you get a dray towards the trade ward. Not the
much
trade
is
ward, the
it?
dock ward. Sorry. It's not much. It's just 16 nibs. You know.
16
Yeah.
It's very affordable. The transit here is quite good.
Yeah, Bosus pays for herself. She's fine. You don't
Yeah.
need to pay for her. But she does ask you a lot of incessant questions, like, "What's this? Why is the statue so big?" And
And we
on and
answer
on and
those
on.
questions
Yeah.
nicely and patiently.
I mean,
Good.
if Marche wants to answer any questions, he is
Yes.
more than able to do so.
Yes.
Wants to be the
I will
tour
do
guide.
that.
Eventually, you arrive down by the harbor, and there's only but one way to go, which is into the water.
Well,
So we would literally
Yeah.
like
And-
just
and
step off the
water.
deck.
people watching at home can now see that Deepwater Harbor is in that very southern bit of Waterdeep, where there's water and then there's an island, so it's sort of in between there. This is where our folks are going.
that's where the dragon is.
So Rogan is going to kind of look at everyone, shrug, and just neck the potion we've been given, and then just start strolling into the water.
Bosus looks at you, sort of perplexed, and then she takes her chainmail off.
That's
And-
smart. Oh,
and-
Rogan's definitely going to sink. Not the smartest amongst the
Yeah.
group.
at least you can breathe.
Oh yeah, and kind of looks at his armor and thinks, "Oh right," and then also decides to remove all of the the heavy armor that he does wear.
Where are you going to keep it?
On top of my head.
We it's actually a good point. We should maybe just
In a-
stash it under
in
a
a
dock or
bucket.
something.
Is there looking around? Is there anywhere that seems like a nondescript secure location to store stuff?
I mean,
in
the dock is
area?
quite big. There's lots of crates and all kinds of stuff. Give me a perception check to see if you can spot a good hiding place.
All right.
Okay, place.
That is going to be a 14.
Excellent. Describe to me your hiding place. Where are you stashing? It's a dock. There's
Sure.
people, crates, and
So alongside, there's like a warehouse that looks pretty decrepit and looks like it hasn't been used in quite a long time. It's all boarded up, and next to it is like a pile of worn down, battered crates that also look like they've kind of been there a long time. Don't really get very much attention, and kind of like tucked behind there, Rogan has a little look around the crates, and it seems like kind of behind them there's a gap into the warehouse, which looks like it's like in a closed like storage unit, not in the warehouse itself, but a little bit. And that would be like the little slot that's kind of behind the grate, off the side of the main street. That seems like somewhere nondescript to store stuff.
Awesome.
excellent. Please continue.
Marche is going to just take his shirt off.
Right.
Thank you. Revealing a puffed out chest with 3 single chest hairs on it,
Wow. Saucy.
of which
Crikey.
he's very proud. Clearly, it's like evident.
Does he like lift
Yeah.
his chest? Yeah, like that. Yeah. Okay.
Like ready for this. Like he is ready for this.
Good stuff.
I think Aris would have to probably stash his leather armor and his probably a short sword and a short bow, really, if this is going to be some traipsing underwater or semi-swimming, and then
You could probably get away with the bow. I think it's the least
Okay.
heavy of the objects.
that's true. Then we'll have a bow and a dagger and probably a few smaller possessions still on him, but the armor and the big sword medium sword have to go.
Maybe only a couple of arrows, because arrows do weigh something. But you can
That's a
take a
good
couple
point.
of arrows with you.
But I'm sure this will be a simple, easy conversation
need
with a
them.
nice,
Yeah.
friendly. I don't think any of us are equipped to fight a dragon. We won't fight a dragon. It's going to be fine. It's
Yeah.
fine.
I'm not going to be fighting a dragon. Just have a
No,
chat.
that's
Just a chat.
madness.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, Gina needs to probably leave her loot behind, but she doesn't really
Aw.
want to. But like, it doesn't make any sense underwater.
No.
Might be a soothing ballad for a dragon, though.
I could still try to sing and then like drown, but
If we can breathe, can we sing underwater?
Ooh.
Very good question.
I mean, you can sing underwater normally. It's just that
Like a siren.
the frequency of how you hear it is different, you know?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Like a mermaid. There we go. That's what I
there you
meant.
go.
Yeah.
I'll leave the loot behind with no, I don't. I'm getting
I don't.
it.
Yeah,
No.
it'd be
Oh, it'll
like,
get all wet though.
That's okay. It's wood, so I can just like
doesn't sound
empty it
great.
out. I can use it as a paddle for all
that's a
I
good
know.
point.
But
Yeah. Okay. Or
How
like
much swimming though? Do
hold
you
on to it.
paddle while you're swimming? That would be like.
Well, if we end up on a raft, I mean, I feel like at this point anything could happen, and that's Gina has a point there.
That's true.
Anywho, you swim. And
We all drink potions. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yes.
You all drink the
Definitely.
potions.
Just before.
You swim. You swim. And
We
you
can all swim?
And you swim.
Phew.
And you swim. And you swim.
I'm a pirate. I should know how to swim.
That's
Oh,
true,
there's a
yes.
lot of swimming, and it's getting tiring. So please give me a athletics check if you have it. If you don't, just plain strength.
Oh dear.
19.
6. I don't think Rogan's a great swimmer.
Rogan. I got 17, which I think is pretty good. 17,
Grew
15,
up in
19.
the mountains. This is like Rogan's only just seen the sea. No, used to all this water business.
Rogan, you might not know how to swim, and that might be a problem at some point down the line as you're swimming.
That's right. You can hold on to me. I don't mind.
So there is a moment where suddenly the rest of you realize that, wait a minute, where's Rogan?
Oh.
And
Rogan can't hold on to me.
and thankfully Rogan has a potion of water breathing, so he can't drown.
Sure.
But you do all have to go, like, fetch
Back,
him from
right, yeah.
underwater, which does take some time. And
Basically, just really grumpy. Just sat on the bottom of the floor.
yeah,
Just not having a good time.
yep.
Starfish like swimming past.
Yeah. Just got those little fish that nip your toes. Just
Ooh,
getting his feet.
They're supposed to be good
Yeah.
for you though.
So
Cleaning his feet.
Yeah.
Rogan, you're quite tired. The next time you have to perform a strength check, you're gonna have to do it with disadvantage, basically.
Oh,
Makes sense.
How is
That's-
Boza's doing?
She's completely fine. She's a natural born swimmer, obviously.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, there's a certain zest with how she swims. She's very eager to meet this dragon. And eventually, you, after lots of searching and looking, you spot something just sort of going in and out of the water near a shipwreck. Swimming closer, you swim, and it's sort of quiet, and suddenly something emerges, and where there was once sun is now just shadow, and where there was once sky, there is now big bronze leathery wings.
So it's bigger than she said.
Is
It's-
this a baby dragon?
It's not a baby dragon. It's not like the biggest dragon that like you could imagine, and but it's not as small as initially described.
She fibbed.
Uh,
She did a fib.
Why are you mortals here?
Why are you dragon here?
This
Sorry.
is now my home, my lair, my hoard, and I guard it. This shipwreck has my treasures, and no one dare touch them.
But why did you come here?
I live here now.
But you didn't live here before. Why did you come?
Well, because my hoard was taken away from me, and I had to find a new one.
What if we find you a new one and you move again?
No, thank you. I am perfectly happy here. Although, if you were to possess a treasure so immeasurable in wealth, I smell something on you. Something wealthy.
Is it Rogan?
Really?
Can you smell family names? 'Cause I come from quite an impressive stock of family.
I have no use for names. I like things. I like expensive things and shiny things. That battle axe you're holding. What is that?
So is this referencing? So I have 2 battle axes. I have
Only good one, yeah.
the magical one that I got. I suppose it's probably that one, which hasn't really done anything magical for me. But I'd be like, oh, you mean this incredibly impressive enchanted battle axe rare? I think it's a purple on the stats. That's how rare it is. It's a rare drop loot that is hard to find.
I mean, I'd go one step beyond and say it's orange, actually. But you don't know that.
That was inspired.
Yes. That smells very good. If I were to have that, I would potentially leave, yes.
When you say potentially, it's not necessarily filling me with a great amount of confidence. This isn't a very dear axe to me, given to me by my father on his deathbed. For me to part ways with this battle axe, I believe I'd need a more serious promise than this, dragon.
Well, then I'm just going to stay on this ship. And the dragon launches itself, swooping into the air, and with a thundering crescendo lands down on the shipwreck and lowers its wings and surrounds it as if it's his.
Do you like water, dragon?
I like living here, yes.
Because
it's my wreckage.
Water isn't very good for dragons generally, and
I'm sorry, little one. I don't seem to see a dragon in front of me. I seem to see a tiny human.
No, you're a dragon.
Tasty.
You. Why are you going to eat me now? We're just having a lovely conversation.
I'm just teasing you. I don't want to eat you.
Can I do an insight on that?
Yes, please give me an insight check.
Inside. That's 16.
So, you notice a couple of things. First of all, this dragon has been merrily talking to you, has posed you no threat, and actually is quite keen on having a conversation. Second, when it says has no intention of eating you, that had a ring of truth to it. That felt like this doesn't feel like an evil creature.
Okay.
This feels like just, a dragon that likes the shipwreck and likes wealthy things.
Do you have any...
And it's also one more thing. So it didn't just it clearly wants the axe, but it didn't just attack you or whatever and I'm going to kill you now and burn you or whatever. It just, hey, could I have this axe, right? So it's being quite nice for a dragon.
Elaine has a good point there. It is negotiating from a position where it has some advantages already.
Very much so. That's kind of why I was trying to make it see that it doesn't really want to live here. And if Rogan gives it the axe, then can it guarantee that it will go away? That was trying to convince it that it was a bad place for it to be living. That was kind of the plan, but it didn't really work. It threatened to eat me.
Not that Rogan is good at lying at all, but Rogan's tempted to this is what Rogan's going to say. Dragon, if I told you that perhaps we'd be able to get you something else of equal value to go along with this axe, would then you promise to leave this place and we would send the other item on to wherever it is you would make your home afterwards?
You would give me something as valuable as that axe? You don't know how valuable it is, do you? You have no idea what you're holding in your hands.
What's so valuable about the axe given to me by my dad? It was just my father's last wish for me to have this axe. So I know it's certainly a family heirloom, but what else is special about it bar that?
It smells more special than you.
even more special
dot.
than Rogan Morbash, the Morbash family line. I find it difficult to believe that a mere object could be as special as.
It's a very unique
Zelifon
kind of
has
neck.
never heard of the Morbash family line.
Huh.
What was your name again?
My name is Zelifon.
Nice to meet you, Zelifon.
I'm Gina. This is Marche.
Yes.
Rogan. You've heard his name already. And this is Eris. Oh, and we have Boses with us as well.
Well, it's nice to meet you, but since you are in my house, uninvited, threatening my horde, I would ask you to politely leave, and the next time you arrive, please send warning in advance and wait for a response whether you are welcome or not.
Can I ask you one last thing?
Yes.
We are not here for your hoard. We're not here for your treasure. So we want to make that clear. We were just here to talk to you about your intentions of staying here. And do you have any intentions of coming closer to the city? Because there's a certain... everyone in the city is not really a big fan, and not me. Like, I appreciate your species, and I really appreciate you being here, and I understand you love your treasure. However, not everyone is as equally like accepting of that in our city. So I would suggest not coming any closer, because then things might get ugly.
Can you give me a... Is that an intimidation check? That smells a bit like an intimidation check.
Does it?
It's leaning slightly towards it.
Persuasion?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
persuasion at first, but then it leaned... Okay, I'll let you choose. I'll let you choose.
Between intimidation and...
And persuasion, yeah. Go on. It sort of straddled that line where...
Intimidation is 16, and otherwise it's 15.
Okay. The dragon is not very intimidated by you, but it sort of it sizes you up. It looks
I'm
at
very
you-
small.
Yeah. Says, you are very tiny and very peculiar, but I like you, I think. Lots of gusto and bravery. I have no intention to come into this city. It smells of too many humans and others like you. No, I'm happy here on my shipwreck, and you go and be about your day, and I'll be about my day. But if you do want me to leave that battle axe behind, and I might consider leaving as well.
Well, that's not up to me. That's all up to Rogan. So that's who you've got to convince of that.
Why should I leave you this battle axe? At least if I am going to give you it, at least explain to me what makes it so special. So
It'll will be part of Zelifon's horde, and then forever immortalized.
Rogan, perhaps we should find out why this axe is so special. The dragon is saying that we can come back and give him the axe if we need to.
Well, you mean swimming all the way back out here? But swimming's such a boring... I'm great at swimming, don't get me wrong, I'm a fantastic swimmer, but surely we don't have to swim all the way out here again.
Well, we can take a boat or something next time. Or just wave from the shore with the axe. I'm sure he
Boat
would see
would
it.
genuinely be treacherous. Like from your swimming, you're like this. You bump into things all of the time. There's like debris everywhere. Like this is just like like the worst part of the harbor. Genuinely.
I mean, Rogan's not precious about this axe whatsoever, because so far it's held no particular value to him. Obviously, he's very curious
But
why the dragon seems to think it's so special.
if it's so special, it could be worth a lot of money, which you could use to pay off your debt.
Yeah.
Very true. But so far, the only thing that's reacted to this battle axe, apart from the person who was originally holding it, is this dragon. Like, Vadra's not reacted to it. no one else seems to pay it any heed.
Yes.
Well, it's not done anything yet. So
That's true.
Zalafarn, what is the signal you were talking about once we would want to speak to you again? So we don't cross any lines.
Send a message,
How do we send you a message?
via a sending spell, for example.
I can do that.
Okay.
Oh,
No problem.
Sure.
No worries.
Well, okay then.
Yeah, okay. Can I just check if the dragon has any like loose scales
No,
upon it?
you do not feel comfortable approaching the dragon for a loose scale.
I can't pet it.
No, it doesn't look like a petting situation. I will be frankly honest with you.
That's what they said when I went to the zoo as well, and I still pet the goat. Whatever.
Goats, dragons,
Yeah, it was
goats.
pretty much the same.
About the same.
Like, we
There's
don't care.
actually, completely out of character, there is a very adorable video of Elaine when she was like 3 years old and she was in the zoo and she saw a goat and she petted the goat's ear and the goat flicked the ear and Elaine went ballistic. She was like, oh my God, let's do it again. She petted it again. The ear flicked again. And now she does it to every animal in her life. And when I saw that video, I realized where that came from.
That makes me sound like I'm horrible to animals. I'm not.
No.
I
No,
promise.
it doesn't.
No.
I'd do it to humans too if they didn't tell me where to go when I did it. Okay, are we Rogan?
Seems like we're going back to shore, but what's the party like? We've had a polite discussion with the dragon that seems quite intimidating, but in a friendly way.
yeah. I don't
Yes.
think this dragon is dreadful or has very ill intentions. And in fairness, they were like quite reasonable with us and told us something new that we don't know. And
Yes.
that dragon could easily have ripped us off.
Yeah, probably could have. By the looks of it, could have torn you apart in an instant.
Perhaps
Well,
they can
that too.
change people's minds about dragons.
Well, maybe. I don't know if Vardra is going to be interested in changing city policy this week.
I suppose Vajra did say go and see what's going on with the dragon,
Which we
Really-
did, yeah, that's true.
and so now at least we know the dragon's got a new horde. That's why it's
Right.
there. So if we can provide it with another location to go to or tempt it somewhere else, then perhaps it'll leave. But we know why it's there now.
But it doesn't seem to be a big threat to like the city, does
Oh.
it? So, okay, should we go tell Vardra that's the deal?
I suppose
Yep.
so. And we can always send a message to the dragon if we
Don't
need
forget to get your stuff out the crate, Ross.
Sure,
Rogan.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so I suppose we should tell Vardra what we've uncovered here.
So,
How did the gnome react in all this? Because she wanted a fight.
the dwarf, you mean?
The dwarf. How did the dwarf react in this? Because she.
I mean,
wanted a
she
fight.
just let you lead the conversation
Okay,
because
okay, so
yeah,
she was fine. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
she was. You could see there's like almost like a moment of like, you know, like
You want to arm wrestle the dragon a little bit?
yeah, like she was excited about it. She was like, but she had enough common sense to
Yeah,
kind of
okay.
like, this isn't like a fight. This is yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Carry on.
No, of course.
All right, so if we're heading back to shore, then we'll go. Okay, then, dragon. Thank you, Zelephon.
Xenophon, yes.
Thank you. We'll we'll be in touch.
Goodbye.
Bye, my friend, dragon.
So let's skip a little bit forward. You pay another 16 nibs for the carriage.
Got all my
Need to
stuff.
calculate again.
All my stuff was safe and sound, right? Got
All your
goods
stuff
back.
was safe and sound. Yeah, you found Rogan found a good hiding spot. You know, it's legit.
It was a 14 out of 20. It was a solid nook.
Yep, solid nook. There is a some time passes and you see more of the festival and more of the city.
Awesome.
You eventually return to Vajra, who is very grateful and very thankful for completing the mission.
Is that what she says?
Yeah, pretty much. Like I said, we're skipping a little bit forward.
Okay, all right.
So busy, so busy.
She's
Yeah,
very
it's
busy.
true, yeah.
You are awarded an extra point of renown with the Grey Hands.
Oh, wow.
Great.
So that's 2 points now for those who are counting. And
Just
that-
is a point for a conversation with a dragon. That's imagine what we did if we actually did something. That's
Innit?
Still 1 point because it's one case.
Does that mean anything for us that we have to?
so mechanically what that means is that you will be able to call in on the Grey Hands for more
Yeah,
favors
okay.
and
Okay,
you know,
that's cool.
assistance and stuff like that. So you're no longer just like, any old hirelings. You are, you know, someone who's performed tasks and are
Any old
starting to
hirelings.
become known in the organization.
Yeah. Okay.
If that makes sense.
Good. Lovely.
After that, I guess it's your choice where you're going to be headed. Are you going to be headed for the morgue, or you're going to be headed for the Temple of Gond, the House of Inspired Hands?
Oh yeah.
I think the morgue is...
Morgue, right?
Yeah.
weren't we going to see Vardra though? With the dragon update.
Yeah,
Oh, we
that's what
did.
you just did.
Oh, we've just been
Yeah.
to see her.
Yeah.
That we just... Her response was nothing.
No.
Yeah.
She said that must have blacked out.
Rogan
well-
had water in his ears.
I was too busy marking grey hands and putting two little things next to it and thinking, what favors could we get with two things? And then I came back to reality and we've just been, Vadra's just not bothered. She still wants us to get rid of the dragon, or she doesn't care.
No, she was happy for the information. She was happy to hear that, you know, the dragon doesn't sound like a threat. Everything's fine. Moving on from
I'm
the
sure
dragon.
she'll call
right?
upon us again if necessary.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
which she may do, I feel.
Fantastic. Rogan would want to go to the morgue, and me as well.
Yeah.
Ross also would like to go to
Elaine
the morgue.
also.
Yes, I think that would be prudent and interesting.
I'm not sure I've ever said that before. Elaine would like to go to the morgue.
So
Elaine would like to go to the morgue, please.
let's head to the morgue, which is
Splendid.
strangely the right
Oh, good
choice
Lord.
geographically, because
Okay.
the morgue is in the Northwood, where Trollskull Alley is, and the Temple of Inspired Hands is in the Seawood, which is a little bit further.
Okay.
So, you know, you made the right call there geographically. As you pass
Phew.
through the main city, through the castle wards still, you see another procession of Dragon Down. Another effigy, but this time the effigy isn't made to resemble a dragon. It's made to resemble a Draco Lich.
Right.
Because if you were to know the story of Dragon Down, what it celebrates the defeat of Kistarian, a dragon that was defeated by Athar, and later again, 30 years, by his son Pirgarion, when it rose back as a Draco Lich, right? So that's ancient Waterdeepian history. And so, therefore, there are two big effigies. There's one that's the regular dragon, and then there's one that's the Draco Lich, right?
Sure.
But you've just hit that event, and the crowds are massive. The streets are fully rammed with people. The effigy is just mere feet away, and it's gigantic. It's huge. You're surrounded by houses, and you start hearing screams. Lots
We still can't go to the market.
and lots and lots of screams. And as you turn
not
back,
screams of excitement.
you see people are running. Everyone is running. Everyone is just running.
And they're running like you know, because it's
Towards
healthy
you.
to exercise.
Everyone's running towards
Jogging.
you and screaming, "Get out! Get out! There's trolls!" And
Horrors.
Oh,
with
yeah.
that, you see two massive, hulking trolls with giant wooden dragon-like helmets.
They're on the dragon
That
side.
seem to have a big yellow circle with 10 protruding spokes pointing
There we go.
outwards from them.
Have we seen
from
that
the circle.
before?
You have seen this before. You've seen
Remember
this.
when we went into the sewers, we followed
Oh,
these signs to find the
yes.
secret layer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Oh, right.
For
yeah.
those-
Those were
for those-
yellow eyes, right?
Sometimes eyes.
It was, yeah, and I remember it was yellow graffiti.
Yeah.
Yeah. With spokes.
At which point, Bosus yells, "Yes! This is exactly what I wanted!"
Okay, sure.
That was quite loud.
Please roll
But
initiative.
Okay.
Well, it's not much. Yeah,
But like in a way that she wanted to fight, not like in a way that she's on their side, right?
No, yeah, no.
Right,
She
okay.
was just
Phew.
super excited. There's
I
two
think this
trolls
is
to
exactly
fight.
what she is in town
Drop.
for.
Yeah.
Well, let's put that before the dog eats it.
My initiative would be 5. The shouting put me
Sorry, I
off.
forgot.
5. 5.
Not
A
not an
natural
initiative, though, that's-
20.
Two of you?
That bard is fired up.
Look
Yeah.
at my bird.
Crikey.
I got
Oh,
a
it's not
12.
focusing.
Look at that
but
bird.
Look at the bird.
So,
Look at the bird.
sorry, Aris, what's your initiative?
12.
12, yeah? Okay.
Can I
That's
just
a
say,
bird.
out of character, that I always like it when Emma shows the side 20 of the dice, which I don't know how that proves what you've rolled to pick
Doesn't
up a
prove
dice
anything.
and show it and show that there's a number 20 on it. That's proof.
It's
Look,
good that there is a
it's
20.
Oh,
but it can roll a 20.
it's a dice that's got a 20 on it.
Yeah.
That's true, but it just makes me happy, okay?
Yeah, I'm good with that. I always think it's really cute where you're like, look,
Look, I
it's a
got
20.
it. Look at my eraser.
Can someone tell Elaine what's Marche's total?
20.
20, and what's Gina's total?
Natural 20 plus 3, so that's 23. then.
23. Okay, so Gina's first. And then Marche.
What about our mate?
Yeah.
Bosus rolled 16.
Okay,
That's all right.
Yeah.
It's pretty
So-
good.
solid.
So, here's the situation right now. The effigy's just to the left of you. It's gigantic. It's sort of in the middle of the street, and it separates you from the crowd, the large portion of the crowd. You're on one side. Crowd, is there some crowd on your side? But there's a lot more crowd on the other side of that effigy. There's two trolls running, and at the point where sort of the effigy splits the crowd, they decide that they're also going to split themselves up. One runs towards the massive crowd of people.
Uh-oh.
The other one runs towards you.
That's weird.
And they don't look like they're going to just, like, be friends. Good news. They're all the way down in initiative with an initiative of 2.
Oh.
So you have an entire round of things of doing before any real harm to anything anywhere at all happens. What would you like to do?
Who
Starting
goes
with
first?
Gina.
I want to cast a spell.
That seems smart.
I think it's a good
guess.
idea. Yeah.
As long as they're still far away. I want to cast Dissonant Whispers.
Uh-huh.
And let me press my spell button stuffs. Dissonant Whispers cast. Oh wait, I can upcast it. Ooh. No, I'll just cast it normally. Let's see. The target must make a wisdom saving throw. Against 30.
What is the spell? Tell me what it does. Tell me what's happening.
So I whisper a discordant melody that only one creature of my choice can hear. So the troll, it's a range of 60 feet. So that's fine.
That's fine, yeah.
And they can hear, wrecking it with terrible pain. So I will whisper, like, your helmet doesn't suit your brain.
Rude.
Uh-oh.
Tell me, which troll, though?
The one that's running towards us.
Not the crowd, the one that's running towards you?
You're making me doubt my
No,
choice.
I'm just asking. It's your choice.
Okay, the one
you
that
do what you
that's
like.
running towards the crowd. Yeah.
The one that's running towards the crowd? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm making a wisdom save, right?
Wisdom? Yes.
And I got 10.
So he fails. Mm-hmm. It will take 3d6 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from me.
Okay, that's actually pretty useful. How much damage does it take, did you say?
3d6.
Oh, go for it. Roll some damage.
That's
Nice.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's 14.
Hey, that's pretty good.
This is all just coming from saying the helmet doesn't suit them.
It's amazing.
That's
like
really got to the troll.
evil,
I know,
hasn't
right?
it, really?
So
It's a very insecure troll. Let's put it that way.
the troll stops in his tracks, goes, and starts running in the other direction.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Well, you know,
Good job.
Oh, you mean other direction towards us or away?
no, away, right?
Yeah,
Like,
away,
in the
because it
opposite
needs to be
direction.
away from
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. How long does the effect last? Running away.
Just as far as its speed allows. So how far he can run.
Oh, one
That's
turn.
how far.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the reaction.
Oh, it's a reaction, so it does
Yeah.
it now? Right, okay.
Yeah, it does it
Okay.
now.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Marche, you are next.
Would
Now,
it-
remember from your last encounter, I shouldn't tell you this, but remember from your last encounter, what do trolls not like? The last time you encountered a troll.
yeah. But, yeah, no, I remember.
Go.
But is it stupid to set the effigy on fire?
Maybe.
I mean, it's probably burned quite easy.
Well, that's what I was thinking. If I try and...
Scare
Well,
away
do you
from the
know-
people on
do
the
you
other
know
side of
what?
the effigy, aren't they?
Do you know what? I don't have time to think, do I really? So that was my first thought. So
Tapping in.
Tapping in. I would not like to phone a friend. I would like to answer the question. I will take out a potion that is like burning my hands as I
Right,
take
okay.
it out. Like how I've kept it in my pocket this long.
Who knows?
But so I take out this potion and I'm like juggling it and I throw it.
Can you do the hot face, where you're like,
and I throw it towards the effigy, and it lands. Despite my hot face, it lands on its goal, which means it takes the effigy. Hopefully, continues to be on fire as well. So it takes 4
Roll it again.
damage. Why do I roll it again?
Because you crit it.
Oh yeah, 9.
+4, plus whatever your modifier is.
So I don't have a modifier.
Oh,
9
right.
plus 4 is 13. So it takes 13 damage, and it remains flammable. If it's flammable.
It remains on fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If-
Sorry. Yeah, it remains on fire.
If the
it's flammable.
bonfire effigy is flammable,
I mean, I think
Well, it could be coated in something, or like have a tarpaulin over it or something. I don't know.
the mere fact that you've launched, this potion of fire and you critted on that, that basically you found the right spot where all the kindling is, set and there's some fuel in there. So
Awesome.
when it just went woof, right? Suddenly the entire thing is on fire. The troll isn't on fire,
No.
but the effigy's on fire. And I think that probably is going to give the troll a little bit of pause. So he goes, and it's like, not excited by the fire, but it's still, is charging your way. So, there is that. Still a troll running your way.
I do a little bow.
Next up, it's Bosa's.
Oh,
She takes out
I'm excited for this.
she takes out her mace,
Yeah, me too.
looks at everyone, and says, "Right, time to charge!"
Oh, gosh.
And instead of charging, Bosa's first whispers an incantation and yells out an incantation.
She's a cleric.
Just screams an incantation and summons a sort of she has a mace in her hand, but she summons this like giant hammer, but like it's ethereal and glowing in sort of bluish cyan hazes, right? It's
Like behind me.
no, it's about the size of her.
No, I mean
Wow.
like behind me.
Yeah, like that behind you, right? It's about the
okay,
size of her, and so then
Wow,
they
it's
start to
huge.
charge. Yes,
Okay.
it's huge, right? And as they charge, Bosus is going to perform just an attack with her mace. Sadly, she misses against the troll. She
We
swings.
were all too busy looking at how
Yeah.
glorious it was.
She swings with the mace, but it sort of.
Feel like she was trained at the Rogan Morbash Academy of how to fight, which is like a lot of like ramping
Showing
up
off.
to missing the swing.
There's some similarity between Bosus and Rogan. I feel there's a certain
Two
something.
peas in a pod.
Yeah, a je ne sais quoi you share. But the hammer, the spirit hammer that's right next to her, that's also going to hit or roll a hit, and this
Interesting.
does hit. So
Oh, that's
this-
interesting. So she's swinging with a mace, and there's a magical hammer that's also like bump, 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 bump,
Yeah.
like moving along, like bouncing towards it.
Like
Floating,
Whack-a-Troll
floating,
instead of
yeah.
Whack-a-Mole.
Yeah.
Whack a troll.
And she deals that troll some damage. But I'm not going to tell you how much. I'm just going to
Okay.
say that
Whack a
that
troll.
hammer whacks into the troll and stops it a bit at its tracks.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Next up, we have Aris. What are you going to do?
Right.
Eris.
So, Bosus is now in a fight with a troll and also a giant flapping hammer. How
Yeah.
viable is it for me to fire at that same troll? Am I going to put Bosus in danger?
Could you set your arrows on fire?
Ooh.
I'd need something that was fiery.
What about
giant
my
effigy next to
a
you.
huge effigy on fire just over? There's an effigy just on fire there.
Yonder.
Aris.
First of all, like how viable is it to shoot? I mean, I have an image in my head of it like a massive troll and a
Yeah.
smaller dwarf. Not to slight a dwarf, but
Yeah.
that it
That's
might
about
not
right.
be-
Being small
So-
isn't a
So
slight.
there's a
It's
lot
fine.
of people, and you're right.
I'm
that
also
like
small.
there's crowds, right? You can't just like shoot an arrow willy nilly. But thankfully, the troll is significantly taller than the rest of the people. So as long as you aim upwards and don't fall down as you're firing the arrow, I think you're going to be fine.
I think I'm going to be fine. I think
Don't slip on a
Morbash.
banana. Look
Yeah.
out for bananas when you.
festival time is
Roll
prime fruit time, so you joke,
It's true.
but
It's true. There's all kinds of rubbish on the streets now.
People
Yeah.
could be littering banana skins.
It was a
But Morbash-
festival going on, so
yeah, exactly. The idea of actually dipping a arrow in that fire is a really good one. So I think Aris could take a moment to do that. Hopefully that in some way makes his arrow more flammable. And then this is pointed towards the troll.
Mm-hmm. Go for
Which
it.
points up slightly, pulls the string back.
Yeah.
How difficult can it be to hit a
Probably
huge
not
troll?
hard. Bosus is also going to give you advantage on that, so you can roll your sneak attack dice on it.
Oh, great.
Nice.
Right. Advantage as in I will be rolling 2d20s
You will be rolling 2d20.
and taking the best. I'm going to roll them at the same time.
Don't roll
Finish the
two
second
ones.
You've got
No.
two D20s in front of you. You're mad with power.
Listen to that.
Ooh.
I did roll one, but the other one was a 14.
Hey.
It's fine because I get a nice +5, so that's a 19. That's pretty good, right?
Oh, hey, that arrow lands directly into the troll. So there's no doubt about it.
Hooray.
That's one arrow that's in the troll. I'm not sure you lit it. You never told me
What?
you lit it. So
Oh no, they did. Oh, absolutely, that
Yeah,
would
he
be
did.
dipped in the.
He said
Okay.
he did
Sure.
all of the
Okay.
lighting activities.
okay.
What noise does the troll make, just out of curiosity, when this arrow strikes?
Wow.
I know. It's not good. But roll some damage. We'll find out.
That is 7 damage.
That's 7. Is that with the sneak attack?
Oh, with the extra D4,
D6.
Plus sneaky
D6.
boy.
D6, 11.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Mm.
that's good.
Goes to 11. My attacks go to 11.
Yeah. So it hurt the troll clearly, right? And the fire isn't pleasing it, but it hasn't quite set the troll on fire, if that makes sense, because it's an arrow, and whilst it was flaming, and it did a little bit of extra damage to the troll because it doesn't like the fire, but it didn't set him on fire.
Trolls aren't flammable.
Yeah.
No, a lot of living things aren't easily flammable.
No.
Yeah.
True.
If they were very hairy, they would have been.
If they had a polyester wig on, they would.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
So just to clarify, was this troll not wearing a polyester wig? Can we just confirm?
Was the
with that?
helmet of polyester?
Was there like
it
a
was wooden,
luscious?
wasn't it?
Was there a luscious
Yeah.
fake wig just underneath the helmet?
No, so the helmet is like a very rude contraption. It's like cobbled together out of nails and boards, and it's sort of made to look like a dragon, but but it's clearly not. And it's like it's not even like it doesn't function as a helmet. It's more like a mockery of a
mask?
helmet, if that makes
Oh, no.
sense.
Oh, it's a
Right.
mocker. No wonder it was so upset and ran away after you criticized the helmet.
Made fun of its craft skills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After
That
Aris, we have Rogan.
Rogan
Rogan.
is wielding his definitely. I'm just cleaning my glasses before the fight, as all fighters do. Any fighters out there, you'll know. Got to clean your glasses, make sure your vision is clear before you go into a battle. Rogan's gonna be wielding his. Definitely, he's like just really confused by what the deal is with this axe now.
Right.
He figures he's going to try and do something special with the axe, and he's going to charge towards the troll, and he's actually going to be aiming for like its ankles or its feet. The idea, it's like if we can bring the troll down to the ground, that'll kind of like incapacitate it in some way. So let's see what happens with this roll. And it's a I'm going to do an Emma. You can't see because it's so far away, but that's a 20.
Hey.
You have to take my word for it that that's a natural 20.
So
rolled
can
a
I
natural
say that I believe that this is the first time that we had in a fight where you were attacking an actual enemy and rolled a crit. I don't think that has
Yes.
happened.
It's
Really?
also normally
In the
I just
11
miss.
episodes.
I like miss
Yeah.
for like every single fight. Like we fought a giant, like for anyone who didn't see the episode, we fought this weird, horrible spider in a cave. And I basically climbed up and jumped off a ledge like several times and never hit it. Like that was the fight until it was dead. And then we all succeeded and laughed. But that's a crit.
That is a crit, so you get to roll double damage on it.
Good job.
Maybe
And
this
obviously
battle axe
still-
is magical.
Right?
Clearly.
Something's up with it.
Clearly.
So that is double damage. So that is 22 points of damage.
That is something else.
Was that a dice drop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a dice drop. Yeah.
Hey, I mean, you did say you were aiming for its knees, and you just buckled that troll, right? He's not flat on the ground, but like it goes "Ugh," as it thumps and kneels, right? Like, and it goes, "Ow, that hurt."
I feel a little bit sorry for it now.
Well, it's still attacking and killing
Well,
people
yeah,
in the
no,
middle of the.
It wants to.
Yeah.
Fair.
It's
Sorry
got,
for
it's got
it.
murder in its eyes, but it's also got a childlike quality about it. It maybe just needs
Oh,
a
don't.
hug. Maybe just needs
Oh,
a hug.
don't, please. I won't be able to fight it anymore.
Next up, it's the troll.
Oh, good. Maybe this will help.
Puny thing, make me angry. That's my. I don't know.
Troll.
I don't know why the troll talks like that. That's my.
Arnie.
that's-
Is this
yeah.
troll called Arnie?
Troll called Arnie. He's very upset with you, Rogan Morbash. He's much more upset with you than the spirit hammer that it's been trying to waft away with its hands and clearly didn't work. So he's going to just try and slap you effectively. Just that's what it
Okay.
does. It tries to slap you with its hands. It takes disadvantage on the first two of its free attack rolls.
I was going to say, how many slaps is this troll trying to get in on me?
It's Rogan.
From an-
It's two slaps and a bite, right?
Slap.
I'll be honest with you. It's two slaps and a bite. So The first 2 attacks is going to have disadvantage on. Well, yeah. So he's clearly not doing well. He's not doing well.
He's not
doing well.
focused.
And so the slaps
What's the
just,
bite-
you
what's
know,
the bite doing?
wafted
Yeah, slap,
above you. Even though he's on his knees, he's trying to sort of
I'm
punch
ducking.
the air.
I'm ducking underneath it. Look at that classic
Ducking
neck
and diving.
duck
And then-
movement. Looks like
And
my
then he
head's not
just has
connected to my
enough,
body.
and he tries to land, you know, his mouth with his helmet on his head, you know, just tries to land it on top of you, you know, tries to bite into you, bite into your head. And that might be a hit because that is 23 versus armor class.
Good
that
heavens.
that is a hit.
That's extraordinary.
Oh,
Okay.
he's gonna bite your ear off.
Please take only 5 piercing damage as it just bites into your shoulder.
Just caught. Just a troll graze.
Just a quick nibble.
Just a quick nibble.
A snack. Snack.
The other troll that has been running away has now turned around and goes, "Ugh, what this?" And then turns back and starts running towards Gina. Right?
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Yeah. So you've now angered the second troll. You hear a whoosh just go past your heads.
Is it
You
a
look
dragon?
up, and there they are, the Griffin Cavalry.
Oh.
It's 3 Griffin Cavalry riders atop 3 Griffins are swooping to rescue the day.
Oh wow, griffins.
I
They
know.
are pets.
We were handling the situation. They're
You
gonna
were?
take all the credit.
Well, I mean, they're the City Watch. They were ready for
They're also
anything.
look pretty cool as well. You
Yeah.
gotta say.
Yeah.
True, but
Everyone cheers. Everyone goes, "Hooray! The Griffin Cavalry is here."
Why's no one cheering for us?
oh,
And the 3 Griffins fly towards the troll that Gina made run away. So not only did you distract the troll long enough for it to not actually, you know, murder any people, but also you held it at bay until the Griffin Cavalry arrived. They're going to start
Very
taking care
valuable.
of that troll.
People saw this, right?
Yeah.
People saw that we
Yeah,
did
yeah,
good.
yeah. People saw
okay.
that. People
Alright.
saw that.
Not that we're
The
in this for the
heroes of
adulation.
Morbash. The heroes of Morbash Manor is what.
Hey, that's an
Whatever.
advert, right?
Put that
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
That's going on the
That's
sign.
a brand.
Yeah.
It is a bit. It is a brand. It's business. It's business, baby. I can't believe I just said that out loud.
business baby.
Next up, it's.
I try and pet the griffin.
I mean, it's way,
We're still
way
in a
above
fight.
you. It's
Oh, okay.
way above you. And yeah.
Try and flick the griffin's ear.
Okay. You've got another troll in front of you, though, and Gina, what are you going to do with this troll? You've dispatched a troll. That's pretty good. What are we going to do with the second one?
I kind of don't want to have it run away. But if I have it run away as a reaction, would the others that are standing next to it, like Rogan, Eris, and Bozar, get an attack of opportunity?
No.
Good try.
No.
Num 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 num.
No.
Well, could have tried. Like, who knows?
I forced movement. It's funny how that interacts with. No, I'd say no.
No, that's fine. The thing next to me is still on fire, right?
Yes. No, it's never been on. Oh, the effigy, you mean?
The effigy, yeah.
Yes, the effigy is on fire. Yes.
Can I reach it as a short person?
You can. Yeah, that's. I mean, it's not exactly next to you. You're like, it's a very, very big road, right? It's like one of the main city streets. There's, you know, a lot of space, enough space for an effigy, and you know, like the festivities to travel through. So it's about 10 feet away from you, I would say, right?
Okay, I will.
This look a little bit like a griffin to anyone on my mug. A griffin face.
No, it looks like a tire.
It looks like a tired owl.
Is it a tiger?
It's a cat of some
It's a cat.
description, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tiger.
Yeah, tiger. That's a cat.
Sorry, carry on, Gina. What? I was just like, maybe everyone's just distracted by the griffin swooping overhead.
No, I was wondering if I would have if I would heat up my rapier in the fire and stab him.
Ooh.
Good.
That's actually a pretty good idea.
It's
Good
not a bad
golly,
idea. You could
Miss
go
Molly.
for it. Yeah. Don't maybe heat it up too long because you'll
No,
melt it,
I
but
still
yeah.
need to hold
Gonna
it.
hold it.
But I want to have some extra like burn damage.
Yeah, I mean that sounds reasonable. I'll give you that.
Just
You could-
flare, probably.
You went for like a verbal burn, and now you're going for a physical burn.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Gina 1-2.
that's a 17 plus 4. So that's 21.
Okay, so
Sick burn.
you stick the saber into the fire. You heat it up. So the troll sees the like glowing red blade and is a little bit intimidated. And like you use that opportunity, that just that right moment, like when it's a little bit distracted by that glow and a little bit scared of it, and you're like,
Nice.
shank, right?
What?
Shank.
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 Shiv.
Roll some damage.
That's 8 damage.
Say damage. That's good damage. That's a slightly more shanked troll.
Slightly more shanked.
Marche, what are you gonna do? Fire helps. I
Yeah.
will give you that. Fire
Yeah,
helps.
it seems to have helped all of us.
It
The
seems
fire.
to have produced an effect,
That's true. Yeah.
but the troll itself isn't on fire yet.
No,
So
no, I can't set a troll on fire, but I can. Just, I can shoot some fire at it though. I can throw some fire at it. So I take out another potion. This one doesn't seem to be hot at all. Then I mix it with another potion, and it starts to like bubble, yeah.
right.
And then I immediately chuck it. I seem to have chucked a potato instead of the potion.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 4.
Okay, that's fine.
So it's 9 in total, which I'm guessing doesn't hit it.
So yeah, thankfully, it just splashes by the troll's feet, and by that point, a lot of the local populace has already like moved back, right? So it doesn't
I mean,
cause.
it was just bubble bath that I mixed together. Like it wasn't actually
Bath
fire.
bomb.
Yeah,
Right.
bath
Bath bomb,
bomb, yeah.
Marche.
But fortunately, the crowd takes no splash
Yeah.
damage from the bubbles. So they're
Right.
not any cleaner.
Next up, it's Boses, and
Go
she
Boses.
doesn't just
Go,
have
Boses, go, Boses, go.
she doesn't just have her own mace. She doesn't just have a spiritual hammer sitting by her side, but also she yells out another incantation.
She literally shouts that.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Nice. I like meta things.
Describing what I'm doing in a loud voice.
exactly that.
Hitting, missing, hitting,
Screaming.
hitting.
And suddenly, like a whole host of spirits, various spirits, various kinds, surround her. Like almost like like a wave of people that emerge
Blimey.
from her
Okay.
and circle around her, and they keep circling and circling and circling, and they all just
Nice.
launch into the troll.
Nice.
Now the troll needs to make a saving throw.
She's got some very cool moves. I'm just going to throw it out
Yeah,
there.
this is actually some kind of interesting. She knows her stuff, I guess.
Cool
Yeah.
haircut, cool spell.
Yeah.
That's the
Cool
correlation I'm
reason.
seeing here.
We should get haircuts sometimes.
You should get haircuts.
Yeah.
That dealt. I'll tell you what it dealt because it looks significant. It dealt 14 damage. So
Ooh.
yeah. Like each spirit that went into the troll just was like, right? And there's
wow.
yeah, there's like it
Turned into
it's-
a chicken.
well, it turned into a big punching bag. Sure, I mean chicken, but giant, slimy, grotesque and unpleasant smelling chicken. Yeah,
I see.
green,
An off
green,
chicken.
green.
Sure.
An off chicken.
Yeah,
Bad chicken.
bad chicken.
Bad chicken.
Talking of bad chicken, Arison next.
Wow.
First
There we
peanut
go.
butter and then bad chicken. It's not your day.
Well, neither of those are. Nobody wants bad chicken. That'll make you ill.
A life lesson from Paul.
These are.
I
bad
cast
foods.
salmonella, and then just fire at the troll.
I would be. It feels like we're surely doing a number on this troll at this point.
It's not having a
Yeah.
great time.
That's true.
Yeah. I feel like the prudent thing to do again is Aris to dip another arrow into the fire and take another shot. It's a careful shot. Presumably, people are clearing, and it's only becoming safer and safer to fire.
I'm so
hot
sorry.
arrows.
I'm so sorry. I forgot the spirit hammer. I forgot
Magic
the spirit
hammer.
hammer. I forgot the magic hammer.
That was weird.
It's the two musical people of the group.
I was a miss. Unfortunately, the magic hammer just swung through and didn't hit anything. So sorry. Continue, Paul.
Very well. To take another shot, and hopefully a shot just as effective. There's a creak as I pull back the string on the bow, and actually that's pretty good. That's 16.
Yeah, that's just about a hit.
Just about a hit. Let's see if I do just about a damage.
You can still do sneak attack because you have
Sneaky
You're a
boy.
sneaky
rogues
boy,
and,
yeah.
and it's knocked down as well. So
Oh.
wait a
Oh, it's
minute.
on
It's
its
not
It's on its knee, innit? It's on its knee.
on
It's tying
its
his shoelaces.
knees.
In that case, this
That
is
counts.
Well,
probably
you
going
had.
to be.
I think you have this. No. Let's say.
The
Let's say
sneak,
it's fine.
he has the sneak
Yeah.
because there's people next to it. Enemies
It's not
of his. But
Okay.
he still has a sneak because we are next to it.
Yeah.
This isn't the most powerful attack in history. It's not bad. It's 8 points of damage, all told.
All told. Okay.
All told.
I'm just happy to be in a fight where I don't immediately go down.
Well,
That's
that's
true.
true,
That's the
right?
first fly
Right, I
stuck to your
think.
face.
Well, there's still time. Let's not jinx him.
Don't say that.
Wait, the caterpillar. Did you go down with the caterpillar? I don't think so.
No, that's true. That's a very good point.
So
I
it's the
didn't.
second
I
fight.
just we all got very.
This is an unusual fight because normally Rogan misses
Messy.
every swing and Aris is knocked to the floor immediately.
No,
Are
I
we
mean,
awake
come
or
into
are we
our own.
still dreaming?
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
We're getting better.
you are.
Yeah.
It feels like you're better, right? Like you're handling not one but two trolls. You started with one.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know,
That's
like-
true.
Couldn't
You've
even
advanced.
handle a fly to begin with,
Yeah.
and now
That's true.
look at
A
us
fly was
handling trolls.
biting
and
my face off.
Whatever.
That was horrible.
I forgot
is
about that. That
amazing.
really happened.
Talking about trolls, the other troll is currently fending off attacks from 3 Griffin riders. They are all like, they don't just have like lanterns that they're carrying, that they all chucked at the troll and the oil spilled over and the troll's on fire, but they're all stabbing it with like spears and stuff like that.
Are
like,
the griffins?
no,
taking-
the riders on the griffins.
Oh, the
right?
riders.
Yeah. So the griffins aren't doing much. They're just sort of holding the riders, but it's proving very hard for the troll to actually attack the riders or the griffin because they're flying above him and they're sort of doing this pirouette almost.
Swoop-de-swoop.
Yeah, like one swoops in, stabs, moves away. The other one swoops in from a different side, stabs, move away. Like they've got. It's like watching the RAF, right? There's like maneuvers. They've
Falcons.
practiced it, right? Like they know what they're doing. They're taking
They're stabbing.
care of that troll.
Yeah, it's exactly like the RAF.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly like the RAF.
When
Okay.
and they do the cool thing with the stream coming out of the plane.
Smoke.
Yeah,
Smoke, yeah.
Out
They
of
all
the
fly
griffin's
very near
bum.
each other, but they don't quite touch.
The smoke coming out of the griffin's bottom.
It's not smoke, Elaine. Moving on, it's Rogan.
It's not Smoker Lane. Okay. Rogan is the troll still like on one knee?
Yeah.
All right. What Rogan's gonna do is check this out for a move. Rogan is gonna run and is gonna jump onto the knee and jump off the knee to swing at the face, going for like a big move. Big move. Let's see how successful this big move is.
I'm excited.
Perfect.
Yeah, me
hopefully
too.
we'll get a better roll. So I might have rolled a 1. You know,
You have to show it now as well, so
Yeah.
we know
Yeah,
that number
yeah,
is on your
show-
die.
everyone get their magnifying glasses out so you can see this little 1 from a distance. But when I add, wait, I haven't added my strength to the 1. So it's
Right. No,
actually, it's actually a
doesn't matter.
4.
it doesn't
I think that's
matter.
it.
In my
Yeah.
mind,
No,
I know
I
when
think
it's
the four's
when it's a fail, it's just a 1.
Yeah.
It's a 1. I may have rolled a 1, but what I'm gonna do, guess what? I'm just
Action surge?
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do an action surge. It's not over. So I went to grab my axe and it slipped in my hands.
Uh-huh.
Then I've caught the axe again, and I'm going for another attack. And this one it's not great, but it is 11 rather than a 1.
That entire thing was just a little bit too much. Am I going to hold on to the axe? Am I not going to hold onto the axe? I have to swing it now. It's a lot. It's a lot to process.
I think
for
Rogan
Rogan's
got
brain.
carried away by actually managing to hit something, and
Yeah.
he was tricked into that idea that all of a sudden he was actually a really good fighter.
Got complacent.
So the troll is now really angry. It gets up from its knee, and it's just rips off some scraps of leather that it was wearing. It just goes, "Ah!"
Wow, that's
and then
serious.
It starts pounding you.
Turned into the
It starts
Hulk.
pounding you, Rogan, like proper slapping you. That's not gonna hit.
So many slaps.
I know, right?
Yeah. That's also not going to hit. But then it's going to
Good.
try and bite you as well.
That's stupid bites.
And that is a critical failure.
The old
So,
slap bite.
This
This troll is about as good at fighting as Rogan.
all show and no cigar, right? It's just yelling and screaming. But
It's a shame it's not got a cigar because there's a lot of fire going on around it, so it probably would have been one it could have lit up quite easily. But
it probably could have. A troll with a cigar would definitely be a sight. This one doesn't.
it's a look.
Doesn't have a cigar. Another one maybe in the future that you encounter maybe might have a cigar. Who knows? But right now, no cigar. It seems to yell a lot and boast a lot and scream a lot, but it's really Rogan feels you know what? I think I've got this troll figured out. If I just duck this way, if I just duck that way,
he
it's
does
almost
a duck. There's a duck and a forward roll. Rogan
Right?
can't forward roll at all. It's a terrible forward roll, but it's enough to get away from the troll. So Rogan
Yeah.
feels like a million dragons right now.
you feel in the zone. You feel like you know exactly what's going on, and you're not going to be taken down by this thing. After that, we are going back to Gina.
I will try to stab
Stab.
Mr. Sad Troll next to us.
Mr. Sad Troll.
Marche, by the way, you noticed that because you didn't quite land the potion this time, the troll was sort of possessed more strength to it. It's still stupid and missed,
Oh, no.
but you know,
Oh gosh.
yeah.
6.
6 is that no.
So remember around about 2 minutes ago when we're I think we've got this.
Yeah,
we're really good
I
at
know.
fighting now.
Wow.
You jinxed it.
Hey, the troll missed as well,
Whatever.
so you know everyone's missing right now.
That's good.
I'm wondering if I want to use my. Where is it? Where is my bardic inspiration? Where is it?
I mean, I'm pretty
seem
sure.
to have lost my bardic inspiration.
I'm pretty sure you have bardic inspiration and you know how to use bardic. Let's just use bardic inspiration. It's fine.
I want to give it to Marche.
Oh. So thanks. Is that D6? No.
It's a D6. You can add to an ability check or a
An
saving
attack
throw.
roll. Is it an attack,
Attack
roll?
roll as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Attack roll. Oh, to the attack roll.
Yes. Not damage.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, cool.
And remind
You
me.
decide after the roll, right? You roll and you're I'm
You
gonna
roll, but before you know the result, the outcome.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
Okay,
The creature
cool.
can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
creature.
This can be added after seeing the roll, but before knowing the outcome. I
Okay.
found it.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you very much. I will I will take out yet another potion. I have a what do you call that thing?
A pouch of potions. A sash.
Like a sash that just has potion. Like a,
It's like Batman's utility belt, but for potions.
right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it
Like
is.
yeah. And then I pop out one. So it's always a little bit of a gamble which one I'm going to actually grab. I pour it in my hand,
Mm-hmm.
and I try and sorry, not how tall am I? What can I reach on the troll? Like its knee or
Yeah, about.
yeah?
Yeah.
I try and slap this, like I pour it in my hand and then slap it on its knee, and it is on fire on the troll,
Okay.
or is it? Sure, I will still add the D6, please. Thank you very much.
Just in case.
Just in case. Well, that's an unnatural. Oh no, it doesn't matter.
It is an unnatural 20. Yeah.
No, but then I add 5 still.
Oh, yes, it's
So-
25. Okay.
So it's 25.
Yeah, that's a hit. Please roll some
Sweet.
damage.
Sweet. I am rolling a D10. I roll 8 points of damage.
Hey.
To the troll's knee.
That's
That's a hot knee slap.
That's
It-
a hot knee slap.
that's-
That knee smarts.
I'm
it's
known
like,
as Marche, the hot knee slapper.
you know, it's gonna give the troll all kinds of knee problems in the future. It's
Oh
gonna
no,
find
don't
it,
say
find it
that.
hard to bend down.
Don't
pick
say
things
that.
I mean,
up.
Elaine, we've been trying to murder this troll.
Yeah.
I'm
I
like,
know,
oh,
but
if it has a
have
bad knee in
future.
its
But
old
now-
age, I'll feel really
Now
bad
it's
about
going to be a
that.
Yeah.
strain on like the Waterdeep NHS because it's going to keep having to go to the doctor in its old age. Oh, I've just made
Oh,
it
it's that troll
worse.
that trashed the city that we're compelled to look after.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think this troll has much of a future.
That's a different story, and we'll get back to that story later. But for now, let's see what Bosis does. Oh God, she is not on
she's on
fire,
it
but
now.
she is on fire.
Oh, yeah.
She's first of all gonna hit the troll with
on fire.
a mace. That's a miss. But then the spiritual hammer,
Yes, this magic.
this magic hammer,
Magic hammer.
hits
Come
as
on,
well,
magic hammer.
and that's also a miss.
Oh, come
She seems to
on.
be just swinging and
Is
swinging.
it just like,
said
is it
we
just
were
sort of
doing
like,
well?
boop, 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 like down the street? Boop,
Yeah.
boop, boop, boop.
I mean, she started good. She started really good. It was just like wham, wham, right? Like, and then spells and everything. But maybe a little tired now. Who knows? Who knows?
Already? She needs a bit more stamina.
We've been for a long swim, Marche.
Yeah,
That's
so have
true.
we, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
We've
Yeah.
all been.
Aris, you're next.
All right. How is this troll looking at this point?
Few good hits, and maybe you'll take it down. Maybe
Come on,
between
Aris.
you and Rogan, you know.
Hit
can
him
do
in
this.
the knee with another
Can I-
arrow.
Like chant, like Aris, Aris.
Wow.
Aris.
Aris. Sorry. I didn't
No,
do that
that's-
character.
I mean,
it's-
that's legit.
I feel like it's not unhelpful for the brand. As a
Yeah,
whole.
everyone knows your name now, right? People who want to know your name or
Aris.
don't want to know your name.
Turn to the crowd, being like, this is weird, but like,
It's like something out of Gladiator.
The audience chanting.
You can have a walk-on song.
Hitting my
Uh-huh.
rapier against my dagger, making a clanging noise. Aris.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I think at this point, if the troll is so engaged with everybody fighting it, it's surely much easier for me to scoot round, flank him, and try and now get him from behind with my short sword.
I mean, go for it. That sounds
That
good.
How
is-
difficult could
I-
that be?
Can we just deconstruct that sentence for a minute?
I will give you advantage. I will give you advantage on that.
Nice.
Sure. Everyone's
What
been
do
chanting,
you wish to-
you know,
No,
like
just ignore me. Carry on.
All right, I'm going to roll my advantageous roll, Ross. You deconstruct this. Ooh, one of those is bad. That's a 15 is the best I've got.
oh, you run just around the troll and you see the troll as everyone's like fighting it and it's ducking out of all the hammers and axes and whatever. You see a moment and you go stab and you slip and just at the last moment you sink the short sword in.
Yeah.
Into its hand.
Oh,
Yes.
I
Right.
thought I'd had a
Oh.
full banana situation.
Oh, well, I mean, the floor should
Full
be
of banana.
sticky, shouldn't it? Because
Yeah.
of all the celebrations, so it should be covered in like
Oh, yeah,
pop.
possibly. Yeah. that's
Please
a
roll
good
some
point.
damage plus some
Blood.
sneak attack damage.
Yeah, well, and
Oh,
that.
I'm going to roll it all.
That's
Watch
dark.
this. This is going to be really good.
Watch
Here
out.
we go.
Watch out.
Come
Here
on.
we go.
For the Aris.
It's fine. That's 9.
That's pretty good.
That's good.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It'll hopefully further distract the troll. Or
I mean,
Because
the
he's at
troll
this point now
is down on its both knees now because you know,
kind
like,
of surrounded.
yeah, you know, you hamstrung it pretty much. That's what happened, right? And
That's brutal.
Roguey thing to do.
yeah, it is a roguey thing.
Yeah, it's a
to do.
rogue thing to do.
Rogan, you're next.
All right, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm just gonna swing for it generally. No running up knees and jumping or anything like that. I'm just gonna
No thigh slapping.
no, I'm not slapping any knees. I'm not slapping any knees. I'm just swinging my axe just at the mass of the troll body, hoping to make some good contact. So let's see what occurs.
Rogan.
That I think Rogan's gone off the boil a little bit. That is unfortunately only 11.
Right. Well, you swing and a miss, which is sad because it would have been a really impressive way to finish this fight. Because after when the troll is next, but when its turn starts, because of all the wounds it suffered, and you know, like eventually just gives out, succumbs, and falls flat onto the ground. Bam! Right, as its skin is smoldering from Marche's potion. Congratulations! You have defeated the trolls that have attacked Waterdeep during Dragon Down and rescued the city. You know, and avoided any further fatalities that might have occurred. You don't know if any occurred or not, but like as far as you've seen, you know, these trolls have been stopped, and everyone's now cheering Aris, Aris, Aris. So
You can buy Iris a drink at Morbash Manor.
yay! Everyone goes, right?
Very important.
Very important. And that's where we will end today. We will find out what happens at the morgue next
Oh
week.
yeah, we never even made it to the wall, did
No,
we?
we didn't.
So
Where did
excited
Oh
about
my
that
gosh.
morgue.
What did those trolls want? Where did they come from? Why were they doing that?
Can I quickly shout something out? Because while we
Yeah.
were playing, someone posted some fan art of Rogan
Oh, wow.
really?
on the water.
Really?
It's posted on. I hope I pronounce your name right. If you're watching Nicola Odik, he posted Rogan.
Where was it posted?
It's on Twitter and Instagram. We've been tagged in it, so you can
That's
find it.
amazing.
Right.
But it's amazing. It looks so good. So I just wanted to shout that out because
Thank you.
it's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
for those watching at home, I'll just on the live stream, I'll just try and drop it
There's the
in.
Instagram.
Oh my god, that is amazing. That is absolutely
Looking
fantastic.
really grumpy, sat
Right.
on the bottom
That's
of the water.
so
That is
cool.
Right.
that is
So cute.
perfect. That is
Those
absolutely perfect.
those watching on Twitch, I'm posting a link in the chat right now. Those watching on YouTube, there will be a link in the description because it is actually kind of amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
you.
thank you so much. That's incredible.
It's so good. I needed to shout that out. Like,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well worth shouting out.
Yeah, that was fantastic. With
and
that,
Rufus Kid. I'm sorry, I'm taking over your.
yeah, no, please,
Great.
please go ahead. Please.
It's
Rufus wanted
yours
to,
too.
because he already was familiar with you, Efkin, Elaine, and Paul. He wanted to know more about Ross and me. So maybe it's a good thing to everyone shout themselves out.
Oh yeah,
Please do,
absolutely.
yeah,
please,
please
please,
do.
tell people what you do, where you are, how to find you.
How about yourself first, Emma?
That was. So I'm Emma, to be found at Mzaya on Twitter and Instagram. On Twitch, I've been streaming video games and board games, doing a mega Kruba play along tomorrow for UK Games Expo. Sorry, YouTube, you've missed it. I'll be back someday. And I have the Pointless Parrot podcast.
which is brilliant.
It's
Thank you.
one of my favorite board gaming podcasts because there's almost no talk about the actual games themselves. It just talks to people about people who are
Yeah.
in the board gaming sphere. And
Yeah.
let me just big up Emma a little bit. You're one of the best interviewees that
Yes, of interviewers.
one of the best interviewers that I've ever had the privilege of talking
Emma
to.
kind of reminds me of Craig Ferguson a little bit in that, like, if you've ever seen Craig Ferguson, in that like he would rip up the kind of regular interview questions, chuck them away, and be like, "Okay, so let's talk about you," and it's like that, and it's so nice and different, and yeah, she's great.
Yeah, Emma's
You're great,
great.
Emma.
Thank
I
you.
think it's worth adding then that that's also the place to find the no pun included interviews, because you have been interviewed about yourselves, not just about what you do, but interesting things about your background. And I thought that was
Paul
really
as
good.
well.
And Paul as well.
And Paul
Yeah,
as well.
me too.
And Ross is going to be up as
Yay!
well.
We're going to find out
He
things
needs
about
to.
Ross.
I can't.
I'm looking
wait.
forward to it.
All the secrets
Yeah.
about his hair care.
I already know everything. I know his middle name, which is Ross.
Don't reveal
It's a
my middle name. Now
secret.
everybody
Poor
knows my
Ross.
middle name, Efka. What am I going to do? Everybody knows my middle name. That was the secret.
Would you like to talk about yourself a little bit, Ross?
I mean,
Yeah.
we know I do it a lot. So sure.
What do you do? Who are you? Why are you here?
My name's Ross. Nice to meet you. It's a
Hi.
pleasure.
Hi. Welcome.
I am the neighbours of Efka and Elaine.
That's true.
I live down the way from them. We live in the same city, which is nice. Not that we see each other, but we live in the same city at least. I run an Instagram called More Games Please. I have a website where I've interviewed over 60 board game illustrators and graphic designers, moregamesplease.com. I'm the community manager for a publisher called Alley Cat Games, who've released like Dice Hospital and Chocolate Factory and stuff like that. And I'm a freelance photographer in the board game industry.
And Ross's photos are excellent. Absolutely
You're
excellent.
so good.
So if that's the kind of thing you're into, I've worked with like Osprey Games, Leader Games, I don't know, like a bunch of publishers photographing stuff, which is cool.
I think it's safe to say that Ross has been definitely leading the way in terms of photographic direction for how board games are represented lately. I've certainly, some of the things Ross has done, I've seen influences of that reverberate throughout the board gaming sphere. So a pioneer and a fantastic photographer.
And also a great interviewer in print. I've never heard an interview that you've done, Ross, but certainly in print you've done some excellent, really, really good interviews with quite underrepresented parts of the board game world.
And like, you know, one thing, I know we're in that time, but one thing I liked about the interviews I've done on my website is like largely a lot of the people I've interviewed, or largely illustrators are unknown in the board game community. Normally the focus on designers, but I've also interviewed people who are like first-time illustrators, but they're fantastic in what they do outside of the industry, but they maybe, you know, people wouldn't really necessarily know about their work. And so it's really just like a way to spotlight talent that's been in the industry, which was something that I find really interesting.
Yeah, that's really valuable.
Paul, will you tell people more about yourself? You have a Patreon, don't you?
I do. Actually, if you want to find out anything about me on the internet, pretty much everything that I have is under my handle Paulicino, which is PAULLICINO. Wow, I've said that so many times now. I'm pretty used to saying that. I am actually about to post a bit of short fiction that I've been writing for that, because it's a very righty-based. Yeah, it's a thing. So I've been, I don't know, a little bit, you want stuff about me, a little bit behind the scenes stuff about me. I've been on some antibiotics and other medication the past few weeks, which has made me not at my best, but I've been able to get on with some writing, and I'm going to post about 8,000 words of short story soon.
Oh, wow.
The Patreon is mostly writing-based stuff. It's fiction and non-fiction, increasingly fiction, because the fiction keeps getting good responses to people. I will be doing also interviews on there. I've got my first one up already for an interview-based podcast because I love interviewing people. And I've queued up a couple more guests for say, the next couple of months. So I'll be doing about one a month, I think, and they'll be hopefully moderately in-depth because they'll be about an hour or so. The last one was an hour and a half, which was too long. But at least I'm not going shallow. Oh, I don't know what else. What do I do now? I do a lot of RPG design these days, and I'm about to start work on something else that maybe I could talk about soon, but I've done Magical Kitties and Zephyr and
Paranoia.
Paranoia. Yes, of course. And I think it's fine if I say I'm going to be doing some stuff for Feng Shui. That's what I'm up to next, which is by Atlas Games, who also just did Magical Kitties, which is enormously good fun. Yeah,
Paul is
I
a
do a lot of
wonderful
words.
writer.
Yeah,
Thank you.
The writing is insightful and engaging and just a good read.
I know one of
Thank
your
you.
more popular pieces is on poverty that you wrote, and that can be found on your blog, right?
Yeah.
I
So-
remember reading that very vividly, actually. I used to work in Walton-on-Thames, and I commuted to Walton-on-Thames every week and then back for like 3 days, and it was like a 3-hour train ride. And I would get
Wow.
in very late, sleep, and then go to work. And I remember I got in, I was really tired. I lived in this attic in this little corner, literally, on a mattress. And I remember reading that, and it was a very stark moment because I like the house that I stayed at. It was a giant house. It belonged to someone else, someone very wealthy, and Walton-on-Thames was a very wealthy area. And I didn't have any money, and I slept on a mattress in the attic just so I could have this job. And I
Jeez.
remember that resonating with me very, very strongly.
I'm super interested in stories like that and people's experiences like that. And I should probably add, like, while we're on stream, I feel like Efka and we've had some interesting conversations about stuff in our time. And I don't know, Efka and Elaine are very interesting, and you should listen to their interviews with Emma. But yeah, I've done lots about board games and also video games for a long time, but I love travel, and I care a lot about social issues, and I've written a lot about those, and I've been able to do that with the Patreon, and that matters a lot to me. And I am trying to, I don't want to say at this point write books, but get books sold about those as well, which is a thing I've wanted to do for a long time, and I'm now increasingly working on. And hopefully, like other writers, it will just be a matter of time before a pitch is picked up, or one of these is something that you can put on a shelf. Fingers crossed. But yes, thank you. I love writing, and it is my first love and also my only sensible talent.
Well, you're very good at it.
You're very
Yeah,
good.
it's good that you're good at it. Yeah.
Yeah. If you like it, right?
I'm okay at cooking. I want to just add, I am
We've seen your cake.
okay.
That's baking.
Cake was
Sorry,
pretty.
That's baking. It's
Oh, there's still some of that left, and it's very rubbery. It's
Oh, I
so
bet.
rubbery.
I'm really glad we got to know each other
Yes.
a little bit better, and that was a very lovely, warm way to end the stream. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. If you enjoyed this adventure, we'll be back again next week, Saturdays 8 p.m. on twitch.tv/nopenincluded if you're watching it live. And if you want to watch it live, please watch it live, because that's the best way to watch it. There's chat, people talk to each other, and it's like a community feel behind the adventure. So that's really nice. And if you're not watching it live, you can watch it every Monday on YouTube. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.